Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. Who'd have thought health is about what we're eating? Join me on my quest to disseminate my go-to health regimen, the Health 44, my clumsy branding of eliminating 4 classes of food, introducing 4 classes of micronutrients. Bingo, bongo, health sorted. So thank you for your interest. Let's do this. Hi there. Welcome to episode something like 324, I presume. You've clicked on today. Overeating, yeah. I usually ramble on so much, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. So, overeating and satiety being full truth bombs. Some of the BS out there and how you can wade through the quagmire into what really is the case in overeating, being overweight, being obese, even managing your weight and being stable, not this yo-yo sort of stuff. The whole idea of understanding ghrelin, the supposed hunger hormone, the leptin, the energy regulator, which means you're full, don't go for more because we're just digesting you, all that sort of stuff. I'm not convinced that we fully understand even those 2 examples in overeating, satiety, managing our weight. But let me tell you, what we do understand, and this comes from my own experience, and I don't want to be one of those experienced people. My truth and this and that, this is what works for me. This is what will work for everybody. There are some identifiers doing the rounds in what does regulate our blood sugars, our obesity management, and those are, I've mentioned them in the past, chromium, vanadium. They're the primary, the indicators, the tells in the whole micronutrients complex, which there are 90 declared essential micronutrients. You need more than just those 2. And I've heard of examples where people just seek those 2 out. They probably lose a few pounds, maybe a placebo motivational rocket ship, and then, it didn't work. Well, we don't know how they all work together, those 90 declared essential micronutrients, but you need them all because they are essential. And how the chromium, vanadium acts together with all the other cofactors, all the other 88 cofactors, that's where you get the results. Like me. 5 years ago, I was not pretty. Well, I'm not even that pretty now, I guess, but I was around double my body weight. And add to that all the comorbidities that came with that. So I smashed all that, and I would like to have what I do benefit the rest of us. The rest of us will not benefit because they won't even entertain the whole idea, not just what I prescribe, suggest, advocate for, but there'll be those the different camp people that every time I get on camera I get this itchy nose. Anyway, so the people that have their vested interest in their diet tribes, their job may be on the line, and even their proclivity and their personality type and their food preference. It is possible that an obese person will go vegan because, hey, vegan is no animal products, and animal products make you obese. I've seen many a obese vegan and the emaciated ones. There are only very few in that slot of height and weight. You know, the whole BMI thing. Yes, there's vegan bodybuilders. There's also carnivore bodybuilders. There's omnivore bodybuilders. The ones that I've seen this footage of, you know, get 6 donuts, Krispy Kreme donuts, squash them together, eat it like a hamburger. Guys that have just finished a bodybuilding meet competition. Yeah, those poor buggers. So, well, it's about calories in, calories out, they say. Short term, yes, but you're going to come back raging. And there's that thought, that idea that you put on more weight than you lost because it's your body's way to survive and all that sort of BS. Well, let me tell you, that's nah. The only reason why we go back and overshoot, putting on weight again, is that's where you would have been before, even if you didn't lose the weight in the first place. And yes, people still do fluctuate. Some people gain weight with age, and some people lose weight with age. And the ones that lose weight, maybe they're secretly restricting and the like. But all it comes down to, how about the cravings? How about the willpower? Well, that only works so much as well. What will cut down on cravings, even eliminate them? It's happened for me. I only get hungry when I'm hungry, and that proves to me that because I eat twice a day, or 2 main meals, I'll probably have a couple of coffees in between there. It's the micronutrients that are satiating us, and it's the lack of micronutrients that are making us waddle towards food, or reach for that extra cake, fries. And all that is BS, okay? Those healthy body weight people are also struggling if they don't advocate for do what I do, the whole Health 44. It is possible that their willpower, their motivation is just so great that they are staying slim, or slimmer than most, but they're also perhaps struggling. But I'm carnivore and I take supplements as well, therefore I'm right. Well, if you're frying your meat, if you're overcooking it, if you're using high heat, it may work against you. You may be getting more of the micronutrients that you were before on your processed food diet. But if you're overdoing your meat, more than medium rare on that steak scale, you're being a detriment to your physiology. You are building up the whole trans fats, acrylamides, and heterocyclic amines complex. And together with that, if you eat bacon, you got nitrates and nitrites coming on board, the ultimate carcinogen in town. All the other processed meats are part of that. Yes, don't forget that meat can be processed as well. That's right, even the bacon, for shelf life and color, texture, all those sort of benefits that nitrites add to the meat. How about these and those behaviors? Don't eat when you're tired, hungry, make sure you snack through the day type ideas. Yes, yours is an idea as well. Yes, it is an idea, but just try it for, well, it's not just a week. You need to try what I'm doing for at least 3 months. If you're a bit older like me, 50 plus, I'm 51 by the way, and you need to go more than 4 months, okay? And for those that are struggling now and doing what I am now, the screws must be turned on even further. Something like if I come into your pantry, I'll do you a deal. If I come into your house, if I do you a deal, for each thing that I see in the house which is gluten, give me $100. And if I find 10 things, write me up $1,000. Okay. So it's that you can't just take people's word for it. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with ourselves. And like I've seen people still eat Vegemite. Yes, being an Aussie, Vegemite, it's lovely stuff. Yes, I've cut out the bread, the pasta, malt extract in the Vegemite, gluten. You've got gluten in your system, and that's why you're probably not getting the benefits that you could. People that eat cornflakes, it's made of corn. It's got malt in it, gluten. There's the vanilla essence people, gluten. What else? Yeah, what else is hidden gluten for those people that this Health 44 wouldn't or doesn't work with? For people that eat sushi, let's say sushi. Well, to make the sushi nice and fluffy, especially if it's made commercially in a factory and then shipped to that little sushi cabinet, gluten. To keep it nice and fluffy and the characteristics that it gives the sushi, it's got flour in it. You have to be militant, diligent in what I advocate for here. I've done an episode recently on the end of breaking bread, where if you don't know what's in something, don't eat it. Yeah, I know. You'll be an outcast, but you'll be a pretty and slim outcast. Yes, that is not palatable. It's not pleasant to say it that way, but you have to be militant. The person that's giving you that, they might be slim, but they might be aging drastically in the face. They might be, I don't know, a aneurysm ticking time bomb, grey hair and bald and all that sort of thing. All micronutrient issues, right? So, yeah, you have to be militant. And to keep it on obesity or weight management, nice ways to say you're fat is to do the Health 44, and here it is. I need to do it each and every episode for the one-off listeners. There's only very few regulars. So the Health 44 used to be called, back in the day I used to call it the 44 with a twist of dairy and egg, because hey, I liked dairy and egg, didn't I? And I still do. I'm still dairy and egg heavy, but I've got say a third of a pound of meat in there each day as well now. And I've taken out all my grains, which accounts for taking out the rice and the corn. So yeah, I'm still sitting around 1,800 or so calories, but that's not by choice to keep me nice and svelte. That's just what my body is happy with because of my supplementing with those 90 essential micronutrients. That's why I could be totally inactive, which I pretty much am. I pulled my pectoral muscle doing some dips about 3 weeks ago now, and I haven't done a single thing. And no uptick in weight, no uptick in eating or downtick or whatever. It's all good. It's all, never mind the ghrelin and the leptin and hunger things, essential micronutrients, those 90. So the Health 44 is taking away those 4 classes of food which line about 90-95% of the supermarket. That's the gluten, which is the wheat, barley, rye, oats. Some now say buckwheat. Out. Oils, which is part of the whole oils complex. Oils in a bottle, yes, even your coconut oil, even your avocado oil and olive oil. No. If it's in a bottle, out. Yes, just quickly, sometimes I need to add onto the nuances is if you want olive oil, freshly squeeze, put, eat. Don't have it lying around. It oxidizes. That causes the whole trans fats, heterocyclic amines, acrylamides complex in your circulatory system. And that goes with the other parts of the oils, the second class that we need to eliminate, the fried food and burnt animal fat. Okay, so glutens, oils, sugars, which includes drastically reducing or eliminating even. I'm sorry to say that, but I've eliminated my fruit and veg intake by 99% perhaps. And so it's the third category, right? And nitrates. That's what I mentioned before with the processed meats. Out, okay? Then you bring in, take away, and then you bring in those 4 classes of micronutrients, which there's 90. I mention it all the time. The 60 minerals that are essential, the 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids. Wait a few months. What a health regime. What a health regimen. You won't know yourself. I don't know myself. I'm into the 4th year and piece of piss. Easy peasy. Okay? So, right, to continue on the whole obesity and overeating, once that 90%, maybe 95% of the supermarket is taken out, oh, but I love the bread and the pasta and the spices out of the whatever. Well, that will be regulated, eliminated by being satiated with the micronutrients. And part of satiation, people always marry up satiety and eating as combined, the macros, getting enough calories on board. But you could take in 6,000, 9,000 calories and still not get enough of the micronutrients because we're losing the micronutrients availability across the globe. And I've mentioned before, there's several reasons for that. 5,000 years ago, 200 years ago, and also probably a century ago when we started to line the whole earth with 3 million dams and all the micronutrients are stuck behind the dams. Well, the minerals especially, and which makes the vitamins, amino acids, essential fatty acids form in the crops that we grow and what the cows are eating, right? So because the cows and the pigs and the chickens are alive, in my last episode, the cannibalism episode, we have still a great amount of micronutrients availability in eating the organ meats, the muscle meats, and the bone broth and all that sort of thing from the animals. We don't eat enough of the bone broth and organ meats, but the muscle meats is a start. So, it's about the micros, okay? It's not the 2,000 calories that we need. It's the 1,500 or 2,000 calories, or even for some more slender people, 1,000 calories a day. But you need to supplement your, say, 100 pounds of that much worth of micronutrients. And my jury is still deliberating on how much of the supplement supplementation we need after you've fully healed. I am in the zone of fully healed, and I've halved my micronutrients in the last couple of weeks. Watch this space. My epistemic humility is at stake. So, once your relationship to your chippies, your cake, chocolate, cookies, fish and chips, and burgers is gone, pizza as well, then it becomes easy to just, it's mechanical. It's mechanical. I'll just eat my eggies. If you're vegan, yes, you can still be vegan on this. Just cut down on the oils to make up those calories, because the vegans make up a lot of their calories from the oils, and we forget the Okinawans, which rate up there in the blue zones. We forget that 80% of their macros is pork fat. Okay, yeah. So it's just excuse me. There's I'm just wondering, should I disclose it? I just had to step on a spider. Oh, you can't step on spiders. Yeah, well, here I do. So, that's the first spider I've seen in a while in here. Anyway, and so once your relationship to those yummy processed foods is out, you will lose weight and you'll become healthier. Okay. I've got my eye on that. Did I kill him? Yeah, he's all scrunched up. So just a little one like that. So satiety is not about what he's doing the rounds with the whole hormones. Insulin resistance. Well, insulin resistance is all chromium and vanadium deficiencies. Don't forget, we still need all the other micronutrients as cofactors to work together in synergy. But you won't know yourself. You will shout it from the rooftops like I am here, that this whole Health 44, there's no going back. That's it. You won't. Sometimes I smell some bacon and eggs, and eggs part, yes. Even with the eggs, if you fry them, if you overcook them, not good bioavailability for your physiology. It needs to be undercooked, runny in whatever mode you cook them. And with the bacon, I have to explore. I understand there's not nitrate-free bacon out there. I haven't seen any in this part of the world. But anyway, I'll be licking my lips if I find that one day. But I'll need to keep it non-crispy as well. It's part of the oils issue, right? Burnt animal fat is out. So they're the things to keep wary of. And how about exercise? Well, some may say I look fit and all that sort of thing, and I've shared in the past couple of years where I've started doing gym and whatnot, and from 20 minutes to 40 minutes, I went back down to 20, and now I'm doing 1 minute. I used to do 90 seconds each day. Now I'm doing 1 minute each day. Calisthenics, a bit more high intensity. That's how I ripped my pectoral there. I need to give it a try this week, see what range I have. But if you need to be an Olympian, a school cross-country runner, and a weekend warrior, and whatever your sporting pursuit, well, you better take more micronutrients, because the sweat doesn't reach our physiology, our tissues and cells, because you've just sweated it out. And I've made extra steps in eliminating 95% of my coffee dosage to take on more minerals as well, because caffeine reduces your mineral uptake as well. Okay, so As you can see, there's quite a few nuances. And never forget, I need to now mention also the other parts of our chassis in the whole Health 44 is digestion, which starts with increasing your salt intake, and the absorption comes by doing the whole Health 44. Okay, so and getting daily supply for every day for the rest of your life. Okay, that's what you need to also bank on. Build up a couple of months of supply in your household. And yeah, obesity, no more. Cravings, no more. I ran into a lady that's doing longevity. That's what my supplier is, longevity, and I've done this for about 6 months, and I've only lost a couple of kilos. Well, okay, perplexing. I didn't get to the point where what she's eating, and I bet she's got still gluten going. I even saw at one point person that's taking longevity, and I had a bowl of pasta. I thought, is that why you got a big gut? And so I asked her, like, what even dose are you taking? She's probably 130 or 40 kilos, and she's only taking one of the doses, and that suggests that because she hasn't healed right, that suggests that she needs 3 packs or doses of that micronutrients availability. So I'm not sure what happened from that quick sort of impression, why she's not making progress. And yeah, so that was that deal. And I do know people taking micronutrients and are pretty close sticklers to the whole Health 44 and haven't lost much weight. Well, there's probably some congenital issue in there. Also, full disclosure, they probably don't fully disclose what they're eating. Because even a bite of bread will damage you for a few months, and you might want more bread because it was so yummy, and you didn't absorb what you should absorb, and then all of a sudden you're in a micronutrient deficit, and then you want the pizza. You see how it works? You need to be a stickler. And the reason why we need to be a stickler for the whole Health 44 is because our food supply chain, our whole nutrition complex is totally stuffed. That's why we need to do the whole Health 44 to the T without compromise, because only a little bit of even gluten exposure is detrimental. Yes, there are some out there suggesting that even gluten exposure with gluten dust going through a bakery and the supermarket, that, well, you can't avoid that. You can't not shake someone's hand because they've just had a sandwich. That's the whole 1%. If it's an issue, that's a whole 1%er. I can't avoid that. So it can still be done with the whole 99% with my health and physique that you see. Not it can be done, it will be done. Okay. So I'll leave it there. Being full, how do you know, the micronutrients? And also by having protein-rich food, you don't eat much, that much anyway. And if you, even for the steak-eating people, when there's potato on the plate and when there's bread, they just finished a pound of steak and they're going for more because you just can. If you just stick to the steak and there's no bread around, baked potato, that's it. You're done. The whole hunger response, the whole 20 minutes before the ghrelin or the leptin hits, that's just a little bit simplistic, too simplistic. So once you're satiated, you will realize that you've just eaten a pound of steak, say, and that's it. You might get to half a pound, I'm starting to get full, you see, because you're satiated with the micronutrients. And those cravings, once again, is a micronutrient deficiency code. It's also known as PICA, P-I-C-A. A recent look up on AI, not just Google, but AI suggests that, yes, it is a non-nutritional uh, consumption of non-food stuff, like people that eat, clay, bricks, paper, light bulbs, hair. I've done a whole episode on trichotillomania too, so eating hair, and so that's all micronutrient deficiency behaviors, like chewing your nails. You're deficient. Like in the animal kingdom, where the antelope and those animals with those horns chew each other's horns. They're getting micronutrients from chewing their buddies' horns. Yeah, I know. It's a bit weird, but that's what's happening. Right. So I'll leave it there. If you've got those cravings, you've got pica and you're micronutrient deficient. So you need to do the Health 44 as an easy way to get out of your mess, and then you won't be obese. Okay. See you next time, if there is a next time. If you didn't think this is all BS, and if any of this resonates, look me up on the link in usually the descriptions or whatever I post out there. I know I won't get much of a following, but at least it's out there. I won't be 90 or 100 years old suggesting I should have helped this more and more. It's out there, okay? Righto, bye-bye. See you next time.